Honey Hole All Outdoors, the trophy bass magazine of Texas. For over 20 years, bringing you and your family a current weekly television show devoted to sharing the experience of great outdoor adventures.
All Outdoors is brought to you by Taylor Oil and Chevron Lubricants, providing quality Chevron lubricants for over 60 years. Mike Carlson Motor Company, reliable transportation people. Skeeter Boats, engineered like no other. And Fun & Son Boating Centers.
Your host is outdoor writer and professional angler Bill Wilcox. Stay tuned for another new episode of Honey Hole All Outdoors.
Usually, them trees, fence rows not showing.
Oh, really?
A bit. There you go. Good one. Well, welcome everyone to Honey Hole All Outdoors. First fish of the morning. Nice one too. I got Austin Dupree with me. High school fisherman, 15 years old. The only disadvantage of a 15-year-old is he had to ride with me to the lake this morning. No, it's okay. But I got one too. Mine's a lot bigger than yours, I can tell.
Sure is.
But we're on Clark Lake in Ennis this morning. In fact, you can hear the highway traffic on 287 behind us. And in fact, last week's show, you saw where we're on Lake Aquila. And I got talking and wanted to talk about where I'm going to go next week. I'll be talking today to myself and my cameraman where I'm going to go next week. And last week when we were on Aquila, we ain't gone to Clark Lake. I bet it's been 2 years since we've been here. And usually we come every year, and so if we go 2 years on a lake, especially a lake that we like, we'll come back to it. And the thing I like about Clark Lake, it's small. Wind's supposed to get up to 20 today, and so it'll be a little windy, but it's a good lake to fish in the wind, and it has a lot of grass. And I know, talking with you and knowing how you've been doing in tournaments, you don't mind grass at all, do you?
I do not.
You just won a tournament. Where'd you win it at?
Lake Crockett.
And that's a lake that is going to get in our rotation to go to because that's just too good of a lake.
Yeah, that lake's awesome.
Is that the first time you'd fished it too?
First time.
That's a great lake. But anyways, we're going to just see what we can do here. We're fishing the old dam here at long time ago they raised the level up, so there's an extra dam right here and there's a cut right here. In fact, we called the shot on this one. But it's because I've been here before. And I fished with Lee Yowell, and he knows he was younger than you. He was fishing this lake and he said, this is a good spot. So I remember that. Let me get rearranged here. Good job, that's a nice fish. Because it's regular 14-inch limit here, so.
Oh, really?
In tournament you'd be going, that's a good start. There you go. Nice one. All right, you're officially going to have to get out of the boat.
Okay.
Nice one. I didn't know I was bringing a ringer. How did he hit it?
He was doing the same thing.
Which is how?
He just picked it up and then started running off with it.
Oh, okay. And what are you using? I want the viewers at home to know.
Senko.
Pound line and all that kind of stuff.
15-pound fluorocarbon, 1/8 ounce tungsten. Got it pretty good. I think I might need the pliers for that one.
Yep, I got some laying there. What color are you using?
Black and blue.
Black and blue. I'm throwing a little kickerfish tail slapper out here like a swim bait. Water's pretty clear here too.
Yeah, it sure is.
Tell you what, I've always liked this lake, you know, and you can tell it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. There's a lot of grass in it.
A lot of bait fish here. We've seen a lot of shad getting chased and hit on, but for some reason today we both started out with topwaters. I honestly thought that I got a frog, buzzbait, and a yellow magic tied on the swim bait and a Texas rig out. Ooh, there's schooling right there, and they've been doing just like that, hitting. We can't get them to bite a topwater. I don't know why, but don't argue with them. Throw something else. I might be throwing a black and blue Cinco on a Texas rig in a minute.
Yeah. Feels like a little better.
Little, pretty good one.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's a real skinny one.
Kind of like you. So you want to catch a fish that looks like me. Oh, he hadn't missed a meal. Yeah. See, I do this like in a tournament. I try to throw something different than my partner until you start whacking him on me too hard.
That one, I was taking it off the grass. And he thumped it right as I popped it off a piece of...
Grass.
Yeah,
And how, I don't remember, 1/8 ounce weight you said?
1/8 ounce.
That's pretty good.
Just
Look at the
like...
look at the lures in the high line there.
Mm.
Throw low.
So low.
No, that's grass. I'm gonna keep throwing this swim bait a little bit. I think I can catch a big one on this swim bait. But you catch one more and I'm gonna switch to that Texas rig. But we're gonna go to break and we're gonna talk a little bit more about Austin's fishing career here, and that's how I got to meet him. As you can tell, he can catch them. We're gonna go to break, we come back. Clark Lake, Lake Ennis. First time for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'm Randall Boyd, Executive Producer of Honey Hole All Outdoors Television. I'm here with Randy White, the General Manager of Taylor Oil, who represents Chevron Lubricants in the DFW area. Randy, tell our audience the kinds of customers that Taylor Oil serves.
Sure, Randall. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you just have one vehicle and you want to come in and purchase some lubricants from us, or you have a full fleet of 500 to 600 pieces of equipment. We have everything you need to take care of you.
Several of our viewers have already switched to Taylor Oil and Chevron, and they're happy that they've done it. At Honey Hole All Outdoors, we provide a weekly television show focused on Texas lakes and Texas bass. We've done it for 25 years. We want to keep on doing it for 25 years, and the only way we can do that is if our viewers support our partners like Chevron and Taylor Oil. So give Randy a call. Randy, tell him how to get in touch with you.
Sure, you can contact me on my cell at 817-829-2009 or call the office at 817-831-0601.
Another alternative is to email the show. We're going to flash our email address at the bottom of the screen. It's important to us and to Taylor Oil that you support us. Thank you for watching Honey Hole All Outdoors Television.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Austin Dupree Show. I'm Bill Wilcox, your trolling motor operator. And your dad dropped you off this morning. He told me you were going to do this to me today.
I pulled that one off of a piece of grass and popped it off again. He hit it.
I'm fixing to switch, but I'm going to keep fishing like this for a while. But you've been fishing the high school championships and tournaments, and kind of explain how, you know, who's the organization and where have you had some of your tournaments and how you done?
Well, the TBF is associated with FLW, and It's something called the SAF, Student Anglers Federation,
Right.
and they hold a lot of high school tournaments. Local clubs can hold tournaments, like high school clubs. I know Flower Mound High School has a lot of them, and I like.
So
fishing
like they
those.
just hold an open tournament?
Yeah,
for
an
other high
open
school
tournament for
teams?
any high
Okay.
school teams. And on some of these local lakes like Grapevine and Louisville and
Close by.
right. And then
Now you've had you've done well in the championships.
yes, in the World Finals in Russellville, Arkansas.
For both
On-
years in Russellville?
Yes, both years were in Russellville on Lake Dardanelle.
How'd you finish?
I finished 4th last year, and I finished 3rd this year.
That's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Now, like the champion of that deal, what do they win? Do they win a boat?
They win 2 $20,000 scholarships to Bethel University, and they win some trophies and gift cards and reels and
So if the two guys, the team that won that, they get a $20,000 scholarship.
yes.
If they want to go to Bethel University.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
That is in Arkansas,
Oh, okay.
I believe. No, it's not in Arkansas.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was. It's not in Arkansas though.
That's a pretty good prize for college.
I believe they also got other scholarships to Arkansas Tech too.
Okay. And that's just like other high. How many teams like showed up?
132 teams, I believe.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
a lot
really
of high
good.
school guys.
That's a lot.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Get to meet a lot of good other fishermen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Your same age and everything like that.
Right. Very tiring too for 7 days, 3 days pre-fishing, 4 days tournament.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Not catching any. No wonder I caught this one. You saved me all the little ones. I've been caught before too. Now I know that you're homeschooled, so like just let's say that there's some other kids watching the show, and because I know there's guys that get high school teams for their kids, in high school. But you're allowed to fish with somebody else from another high school.
Yes.
Now,
As long as
do you know? And because I don't know the answer to this. I don't know if you do either. Can just two high school kids go to the tournament, even if their school doesn't have a high school team?
yes, they can, because that partner I fished the first year of
Right.
the World Finals, he didn't have a club in his school. So we just grouped up and we got our registration. We gave them our report cards and our TBF numbers and all that.
Oh,
and
okay. So they got to have all that.
Yes.
Do you get report cards at homeschool?
Yes.
Straight A, straight C student? Messing with you.
Never had a C in my life. Ever. Don't plan to either.
Messing with you. Well, like you said, now tomorrow, since you're fishing, we're in the middle of the week, as you're fishing today, you have to make up for homeschool, you have to make it up tomorrow, right?
Sure do.
You got a schedule you got to keep on and all that kind of good
Try
stuff?
to.
Try to.
If I can't, then I'm gonna have to work it on the weekends, which is also fishing time.
It's always fishing time, isn't it?
Exactly.
What's your favorite way to fish?
Fishing slow over grass and fishing a frog.
I don't know what that was right there. It's a big swirl.
I like fishing crankbaits on ripraps too.
We might go up to the dam a little bit and try that. We got a little loop in here I want to get out. Let's catch one more before we go to our next break. Go ahead and catch it, since I can't catch very many.
I'll try. I will do my best.
Straight C. That's your new nickname, Straight C.
I can assure you, I assume I would get straight A's in bass fishing.
I'd have stayed in college longer if they'd had bass fishing in college when I was going. I worked real hard to get a scholarship, and then I don't doesn't like Dallas Baptist has bass fishing scholarships, I know.
Yeah, they do.
Any other colleges besides Bethel?
I have not a clue.
Man, if a guy don't want to go to Bethel, then he doesn't win nothing, does he?
Not really. Either that or he gets that $1,000 scholarship to a year for Arkansas Tech.
There he is. Not that big, but it's good. First cast, I changed colors on this tail slapper. A little darker color, and that's what I got. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're heading here towards the bridge, and I was telling Austin about the little channel here and stuff, but we're gonna go to break, and we come back, we're gonna see what happens here at Lake, what lake is this?
It's Lake Clark.
Okay, he gets an A instead of a C now. Lake Clark. I'm gonna put you on the spot sometime. You better be ready. We had a guy that we were on Lake Falcon, and I said, "Well, another one, little one. What lake were we on?" He couldn't remember. We were on Lake Falcon. He goes, "Lake Zapata."
Because isn't that where Falcon is? It's Zapata, Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
We know the car we want. It's Mom and Dad's favorite and has plenty of room for me and Biscuit. There's only one problem. The salesman keeps telling Dad there's something wrong with his credit. I don't know what that means, but it seems silly. If these people would only listen to us and stop worrying about all this credit stuff, then me and Biscuit would be on our way. Well, Dad finally found MC. They listened to what all of us had to say, including Biscuit. MC. Tell them your story. They'll listen.
Okay, let's review. Here's me, and here's my company. We needed a website, so we went with one of the big guys. I negotiated with the sales rep and his trainee, dealt with the project manager, worked with the designer and the programmer. Months went by, and we still didn't have a website. Then I called Prime Site Web Solutions. I spoke directly to one of the owners and got all of my questions answered. Now our site is live at a fraction of the cost the big guys wanted to charge. And we can even log in and make updates ourselves. Isn't it time for you to contact PrimeSiteWebSolutions.com?
Fishing is a passion. It is a sport like no other. A combination of determination, the right tools, and time on the water. A dedication like no other. At Fun & Sun Boat Sales, we're dedicated to your on-the-water experience. So when you're in the moment, nothing will get in the way. Fun & Sun Boat Sales, 2 convenient locations. Look for our new tournament support trailer at local bass tournaments. Fun & Sun Boat Sales, supporting our local anglers.
Oh, mine come off. Took my bait. Nice one. All right, well, I'm getting one out here. Kind of tell everybody how you got started fishing.
I was fishing, well, I grew up in Massachusetts, and my uncle was a big bass fisherman. And he decided to start teaching me how to bass fish. I was real interested into it. And whenever we first started fishing, he taught me how to fish with plastics and spinner baits. And then he passed away December 31st of, I think 2 years ago. And I started fishing in Bass Club and started picking up different techniques from all the people there. And then just started fishing some high school events and some other tournaments and started really getting into it.
So your dad kind of started fishing with you.
Yeah, he did. We're like a father-son team.
Okay. But you learned from your uncle.
Right.
What was his name?
Frank LaRock.
Frank LaRock. He's in the big lake in the sky. Tell him thanks.
Yes, sir.
What did y'all fish for when y'all first started fishing?
Bass.
Bass. Yeah, people will be surprised. You know, in Texas we got great bass fishing, but there's a lot of good bass fishing up north too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's not, overall Texas has great fishing, but there's always a few places in every place, every state that's got some good bass fishing. I just kept steady winding.
I'm gonna lip for it.
I'll get him. You keep fishing. a nice one right there. That. And I don't do, as most of y'all know, that ain't gonna work. As most of y'all know, I don't do a lot of promoting of lures and stuff. But when they sent me these right there, tail slappers, and they're in an individual deal, so they're, I know when they were making these, and Cody Bird was telling me about it, that they had to get the tails exactly right so they work. But that's a kickerfish tail slapper. And I'll tell Fun and Sun Tackle to get sometime this show airs. That was a good hit, wasn't it, Austin?
Sure was.
He hit
Wheeled
me.
on it and came back.
Yeah, he swirled at it at the boat. Good hook like that, looks good. I was throwing a white one, never got a bite on it. Darker colors seem to be working. You're throwing that black blue Senko. That was in ultra shallow water too. Oh, he knocked off my tail slapper. Not too bad. And that is less than a foot of water. But Austin, you know, you started fishing, what, about 4 years ago or so?
Yeah, about then.
Bass fishing. Well, what advice would you give to a parent or, you know, anybody that's got a kid that they want to get interested in fishing? What would you suggest?
I just say get them outside, get them away from the video games, get them outside, get them out to the outdoors, take them fishing. Even if you start with a little bluegill or anything, just to get them outside and get them to learn how to stay in the outdoors, take them hunting, anything, just to get them away from the video games and the TV.
And one of the things that I've always said is I don't, you know, like when I took my kids fishing, I didn't start them out bass fishing. I started them out brim fishing, and you know, the sand bass were schooling. We caught the sand bass, stuff like that, and this is all tangled up. And whenever they got tangled up like this, I always got it out for them. But what is it about bass fishing that is so attractive to you? I mean, what is, you know, I know you really want to make it your career if it's at all possible. How did you, you know, what is it that attracted you to bass fishing like this?
Oh, I knew I could make a career out of it. There's not many other fish species that you can actually make a good living off of. The fight is fantastic, and bass are just fun fish in general.
And it's really kind of, you never know how you're going to catch them like today.
Right. You can catch them on several different things and different ways of fishing. And
well, I'm going to re-rig this and we're fishing well, but man, I appreciate you coming on board today.
not a problem. Glad to have him.
And he's got a great pro tip. We'll get it from him. And I'll show you on the map where we're at, but there's no map of the lake. Naturally, it's too small. But I appreciate everybody watching Honey Hole. And if you'll come here in the wintertime, it'll be good. As most of you know, we have a new show sponsor, MK's Customs, out of North Richland Hills. We took a trip over there to look around the shop last week and see what they were up to. They've got everything you need to outfit your tow vehicle, from bed liners to lifts to navigation systems. And they provide any kind of custom work your truck could ever need. If you're in the market for a car or truck accessories, then take a minute and give MK's a call, set up an appointment, and be sure to tell them that Honey Hole sent you. Hey everyone, I want to take a second to talk about my new Dodge I just picked up at Allen Samuels Dodge at Alliance. As most of you know, we travel thousands of miles around the state of Texas filming Honey Hole. So I demand a tow vehicle that can handle the wear and tear, and most importantly, help me out at the pump. The Ram has best-in-class 25 miles per gallon and a better residual value than Ford or Chevy, and those things are very important to me. If you're in the market for a new tow vehicle to get you out on the water, then you